What's up guys, what is happening? Welcome to my channel again, and today we're going to talk about how to boost your metabolism. So this is going to be a two-part series. In today's episode we are just going to talk about what metabolism is and what are the reasons for you to have a slow metabolism. So let's understand that thing first. Let's go. So let's understand what makes up for your metabolism. Now I can name mainly four components. One is your resting metabolism rate. That means the amount of energy your body is consuming while you're resting. Or what happens is when you're resting, your body understands, hey, there's a best time for me to regenerate all the cell tissues which are damaged or due to exercise or other stress that you put on your body. Correct? Second is the thermic effect of feeding, which is basically the amount of energy your body requires to absorb the food that you're eating. Third is NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is basically the amount of energy your body is consuming throughout the day in activities which does not involve any formal exercise. And fourth, of course, is your exercise activity thermogenesis, which is the amount of energy you're consuming when you're doing a formal or proper exercise, like your training session, going to gym for 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever. Now, why do you have this slow metabolism? Let's first understand who do we associate with having slow metabolism. Now these are people who are obese, overweight, or people who have a higher body fat percentage, right? Lots of fat stored in them. They mainly do not need to look like overweight or fat, but their body fat percentage will be way higher. Now these are the people which we associate or for having a slow metabolism. Now why do you get slow metabolism? Well, let's understand. As I said, the four basic components is your resting metabolism rate, NEAT, thermic effect of feeding, and your exercise activity thermogenesis. These four major components affect a lot of other components that directly is proportionate for you to having slow metabolism rate. Now what happens is whenever you try to lose weight, you are actually eating lesser food. Okay. Now when you eat less food, what really happens is, of course, you'll be losing weight if you do things right. When you lose weight, your body mass will also come down. Now your body mass is metabolically active. What really happens is the more weight you have or the more body mass you are having. Okay, here I'm not talking about muscle mass only or lean body mass. No, I'm talking about the overall body mass that you have. So the more body mass you have, your body understands, or your body actually requires more energy or to consume, or it is consuming more energy when it's for your resting metabolism rate, for your NEAT as well, because all the activities it is doing, it requires more energy for that to do those activities or do those bodily functions, like etc. Now when you're losing weight, your body mass comes down, so your body automatically understands, hey, I don't have that much of body mass right now, so it has a direct effect on your resting metabolism rate or your NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And eventually what happens is your total daily energy expenditure also comes down. That's right. The amount of energy you consume on a daily basis also comes down due to these reasons, okay? Because now these are the things that we cannot see. These are not like external factors, but that's how your body functions basically, correct? So another thing that happens is when you're trying to lose weight, okay, there are a lot of hormonal changes that happen, and there are a lot of adaptations that also happens from time to time. These are something which affect your hunger levels, your starvation mode, or the rate at which you build muscles, and your reproductive cycles, etc. are other things. Okay, as I said, when you have lesser body mass, you lose weight, your total daily energy expenditure also reduces because of these reasons. Or your basic metabolism rate drops, or your non-exercise activity thermogenesis also drops in a way. Okay, there are a lot of factors that drop because your body understand that, say, I do not need that much of energy to carry out these functions right now. Another thing that happens, or another major factor that is affected, another component that is affected due to losing weight or eating less food, is your leptin level drops drastically in the first 4-5 days or during the first week. Now what is leptin? Now many people associate leptin with as an obesity component, but basically it's a starvation component. It is basically the component which signals your brain that, hey, you're starving, you do not have enough food, so let's go and eat food or have one more food. Okay, now what happens is when you start eating less food or when you go on a calorie deficit to lose weight, your leptin levels drops drastically for the first 4 5 days, or let's say for the first 1 week. That's why if you have observed the first 1 week or 8 days, you find it very difficult to be on a diet, or you feel like changing your bed sheets as well at night. You feel so hungry. But after that, what happens? Eventually, the leptin levels become steady. They still drop, but they drop at a steady rate. Okay. Uh, so that's why you find it easy, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks into your diet or being on a calorie deficit, you find it easier. You notice that you're not feeling that hungry right now, okay, as you used to feel at the beginning when you started dieting. That's the reason the leptin levels become steady. Now, how will you control the slow metabolism rate, or how will you control these factors to slow down drastically? Well, let's say, first for beginning, you always have to choose a minor calorie deficit. Now, what I mean by minor, now being on a calorie deficit means eating lesser food than what your body requires to function on a daily basis and maintain its weight. Now, just for example, let's say your body requires 2000 calories or your BMI is 2000 calories. Okay, so many people will directly start with eating 1200 or 1300, 1400 calories. That's a very extreme you're going. You're going on a calorie deficit of 700, 800 calories, which is too extreme. Okay, rather than that, start with being on a calorie deficit of 200 or 300. So you'll start by consuming 1800 calories or 1700 calories. Okay, by doing so, what happens is, because you are not starving a lot, your leptin levels will not drop that drastically. Okay, secondly, because of this reason, you will not lose a lot of body weight all of a sudden. Okay, you should always aim for losing around 0.6 to 1.2 or 1.5 kgs per week, not more than that. Because if you're losing more than that, again your body mass will drop drastically, and that will directly affect your basic metabolism or resting metabolism rate, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and again your TDE will drop drastically because of this reason. Now, second thing what you can do is incorporate refeeds or diet breaks. Now, when I talk about refeeds and diet breaks, I don't mean about cheat days. Okay, refeeds are basically days when you're eating more food, but still you're eating neat food, healthy food. Okay, diet breaks again are the same. Now, what you can do is maybe once a week or once or 1 or 2 days after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, incorporate refeeds where you're eating more food. So basically, now if you're consuming 1700 calories on a refeed days, that may be once a week, twice a week, or once in 10 days, or twice in 2 weeks, anything. On a refeed days, you'll be eating around your maintenance, which is what we took the example of 2000 calories. Okay, you'll be eating that. Now, what happens is, because you're refeeding your body, you're giving your body more food on certain days, the stress levels on your body are controlled. Now, what happens if you keep dieting and you keep being on a calorie deficit consistently, the stress on your body, now let's say this is the example of a graph of the stress that goes, the stress levels will shoot up directly like this to the roof. But incorporating refeeds, you're giving your body that break, you're giving your body more food to eat, so that your stress levels stops over there, because your body understands, hey, I've got more food. So what happens, eventually the stress levels rising, instead of rising this way, it rises, but it rises at a steady pace. So it goes, got the graph right, at a steady pace. So there's a lot difference over there. So by doing so, you are controlling the amount of weight you're losing. That means the body mass does not drop that drastically, and because of this reason, you're controlling your total daily energy expenditure, that is TDEE, or your resting metabolism rate, again, because your body understands, hey, it has not lost weight drastically. Okay, so it still requires a good amount of energy for recovery when you're resting as well. Correct. So these are the two factors which will definitely help you, and which you should incorporate to control this factor, to gain a control over your metabolism. Now, what will happen because of this? Well, there's only one downfall, is your rate of weight loss may be little slow, but instead of losing 10 kgs in 12 weeks time or 15 weeks time, you will lose 8 kgs in 12 weeks time, but that makes sure that the weight does not come back. So this is how your metabolism works. Remember guys, once again, the 4 components that makes up for your metabolism is your resting metabolism rate, thermic effect of feeding, that is the amount of energy your body consumes or to absorb the food that it's eating. Come on, name third and fourth. I'll do that. Okay, as exercise activity thermogenesis, that means the amount of energy body consumes when it's doing a formal exercise. And fourth is NEAT, that is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, that is the amount of energy your body is consuming when it is not doing any formal exercise. That means any activities which does not involve formal exercise, the amount of energy your body consumes then. Okay, these are the four components. So your main aim is to control these four components right now to make sure that your metabolism rate do not slow down drastically. Okay, so that's it, guys. In this episode we discuss about what is your metabolism is, what your metabolism is, sorry, what causes them to slow down, and what you should be doing to control those components of your metabolism and control your metabolism slowing down. In the next episode, that will be on Wednesday, guys, I will discuss about how to boost your metabolism basically. So I'll give you simple tips in a way by which you can boost your metabolism. So stay tuned. Make sure if you like this video, click the like button, share and subscribe. Leave your comments below. I'll be glad to listen to them and answer them. Till then, bye bye. Catch you on Wednesday with part 2.